Okay. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing today? Oh, I need to make some adjustments here. I see my microphone probably sounds terrible. 1 second, let me get that fixed. Let me get that to a decent level where it's not sounding all smashed. We don't need all that distortion on there. All right. Stop that computer. So how you guys doing? I hope you're all amazing. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Crap sandwiches. I'm having problems. Problems. All right, hold on. All right, check 1, 2. What's going on, guys and gals? I'm adjusting my microphone levels. That should be pretty good, I think. If not, I can turn it up later. All right. How's everyone's day going? I hope you guys are awesome. All right, live chat. Now I can see everybody's comments. I see William D. I see Melon. I see Stacks. I see Clay. Sundays are rough for me. I normally have to make 2 videos in the morning, and then I have my live stream right after, kind of early. So sometimes I do run a little late. Normally I wake up around 3 in the morning so I can get everything done. I slept until about 4:30 this morning, so I was behind. But generally I wake up around 3, usually about 3 or 3:30 every morning. My body just naturally wakes up crazy earlier, and that gives me plenty of time to get my stuff done most days, but every once in a while I don't wake up till 4 or 5, and then I'm always behind. All right, so there we go, ba-bam. Let me get the camera working. Why do I wake up so early? I don't know. That's just what happens for some reason. I can't figure it out. Honestly, though, I enjoy getting up really early these days. I kind of like getting up early. Now, when I was younger, I would stay up till 3, 4 in the morning and sleep till like 2 p.m. But now I'm in bed by like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and I get up at the butt crack of dawn. Actually, well before the butt crack of dawn. All right, let me move my screen. There's a little bit of a light glare on it. There we go. That's a little better. All righty. Let me get the game on my screen. Let me pull this over here, all right? Perfect. All right, now I got to find a car for live racing, guys and gals. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be driving today, but I hope you guys are all amazing. We'll find something to live race here. What do I want to grab? I don't know why, but the thumbnails never save for these Elite Tuners cars. I'm not sure why that is. I'm going to grab something I haven't driven for quite a while. I still need to find some of my nice live racing cars and move them over here with the rest of them. Aha! You know what? I know exactly what I want to drive. I know exactly what I'm going to drive today. One of my favorite little cars, the Fast and Furious Ford Escort. I love this little thing. I think it runs 12.0. Ah, man, Joanne, you got the Dodge Mopar on the first crate. That's awesome. That's actually really awesome. We're going to drive this little guy. This is such a nice little car. Let's see what I got on it. I got to make sure I still got it on the live racing setup. Okay, I don't know if this is the live racing setup or not. Let me see if it's on a 12.0. 1 second. I might need to reset it up. It's possible I used it for something, but no, it's a 12-0. I'm not exactly sure why I've got it. I'm not sure why I've got those particular parts installed on this, but hey, it must be working. All right. What's up, Ryan? How you doing today? Casper, Darth, good to see ya. Clay, how are you today, man? So Clay, unless they've changed something, I'm not really sure, but in the past, Purple Star cars used to work for Prestige Cups. I don't know if they still do. This game is always changing things, so I can't guarantee they're still working, but there was a time where Purple Star cars worked on Showdowns. I hope they've never changed that, but generally I don't have the Purple Star versions to find out anymore. Yeah, we're in the 12.0 lobby, guys and gals. 12.0! Alright, here we go. We're going to go do the live lobby. I wish I could speak. Alright, here we go. No, I don't want to buy that. Get off my screen, Jess. I'm trying to make a video. You're worse than Donna today. Actually, nobody's worse than Donna. Alright, I already finished that. Let me double check these really quick. I always want to make sure I've got those supply cups done because that's a couple of quick races and that's a gigantic help to your teammates. Tuners, alright, blah blah. Alright, let's go live race. Alright, so Melon's going to be sharing a stage 4 tune for the CC850. This is going to be interesting. I'll probably run the car next week. That's the goal at least. 3, 2, 1, go! I'll tell you what, the CC850, you can grab it out of collections and it's a beast. The car is a beast. I'm not sure how many parts I have on mine, honestly, but mine is a live racing machine, and I think I've only got 2 parts installed on it. Generally, whatever Melon comes up with is always a crazy tune. But yeah, I think Melon's got a crazy tune coming up for you guys. So everybody get ready. All right. So, you know, it's almost Christmas. So we got a couple more days till Christmas, everybody. Christmas is almost here. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell this and jingle bell socks. Don't ask, I don't know. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. I don't know why, but that's about the only Christmas song I like. I don't know the words to it though. I have no idea what the words are. I'm just making up stuff. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I generally hate Christmas music. I can't stand it. I always hate it when I used to work in some sort of a store or, you know, some sort of place where they would jam Christmas music for months. Ugh. Nothing but the same couple of Christmas songs over and over and over. It made you want to drown yourself in the toilet. It was so bad. Oh, man. All right, William D., what are you trying to do, man? He says, anybody else I may have missed? Are we trying to recruit here? Do we need people right now, William D.? Stack says, hit the like button. Yeah, if you don't mind, press that like button. We would appreciate that big time. Hold on, we're about to race this Lamborghini. I think I can take him. I think I can do it to it over here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, time to smash this Lambo really good. He thinks he's gonna win. That's the good part about. Oh wait, he might actually. Oh, he got me. All right, good run, dude. Good run. I didn't think he had it in him, but he got me. This little car rarely loses, so that guy obviously has a really good setup on that thing. I'm actually impressed, man. Good job tuning that car, because I thought for sure I was going to be the wiener. I mean winner. The winner, not the wiener. All right, so I guess we need one player. Anybody here that's over 18 years old and makes over 700,000 respect points every season? Preferably like somebody who makes like 1 or 2 million, but anybody need a crew? Let William D know if you do. He's our recruitment guy. Yeah, the Diablo is not a bad car whatsoever, but I still thought I would take him. This little Ford is much better than most people. People underestimate this little Ford, whatever it is. The majority of people think it's a turd taco, but it's not. They see it and they're like, I'm going to destroy that thing, and then usually it wins. I think I can drive it to make it beat the dyno time by a few tenths of a second, but normally I try to drive it right at the 12.0 time. That way it always stays in the 12.0 lobby, but it destroys most people. Melon says you picked the wrong Lambo. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I don't try to... Whoa, that guy ran a 13... Oh, was that a bot? Did I just race a bot? I wasn't paying attention. All right, Joanne, I think you're leaving and then coming back. We'll catch you in a little bit then. Oh, that was a bot. Okay. All right, William D says, happy early birthday, Casper. Yeah, definitely, my man. I hope your birthday is awesome. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here we go. Can we win? Let's find out. I think we got him. All right, let's slow down a little bit and maybe again, and ba-bam. All right, Winpoo, what are you asking exactly? Are you asking if the event is worth running? Or should you just buy it from collections? I mean, gosh, I don't really know. All right, so if they bring the event back, I'm not really sure how many cars you have to lock in to win that. That's the thing. I don't have that kind of memory. I mean, if you got to lock in like 6 cars and upgrade them all, that's going to be pretty expensive. I mean, it would probably be cheaper just to buy the... It would probably be cheaper just to buy it out of collections if you can get it from collections. I mean, I don't know how many collections tokens you have saved up, but if you can get something out of collections, that's generally going to be much easier if you have collections tokens. I mean, I think that's really going to be a personal preference thing, but generally most of those events will cost you a pretty penny to finish. Ah, Darth, your crew is at first place in the tournament. Awesome. You definitely can't complain about that. Congrats, Darth. I mean, me personally, I would pull something out of collections before I would do a big event for it. That's because I can't afford $200 or $300 or $400 or however much it costs to buy all the cars and parts, so. Whoa, wait a second. What is that? Did you see that? There was a white Indy truck. Either that was a game glitch or somebody figured out how to change the colors on their cars. Alright, why is nobody here? Maybe I'll leave this lobby and go to a new one because there doesn't seem to be anybody around. I don't know if you guys are trying to find me or not, but this lobby seems dead. Some people have figured out how to mod their car colors, but I don't know how you do that. What's up, Darker Knight? Uh-oh. Your Christmas tree needs your attention? Sir, I don't think trees generally need attention. They don't care, man. They're just like, whatever, I'm a tree. I'm a tree, whatever, I don't care. You know what I mean? At least I wouldn't think trees would need attention. Is it a robot tree or something? Is it like full of AI and it's like, hey, come play with me, I'm a tree. I'm a robot tree. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. All right, here we go. Alrighty. Alright, so Chris says I keep getting speed hacked on the 8.4. What do you mean by speed hacked? It might just be somebody with a down-tuned car. I'm not sure. Oh, wait a second. Every time a car with a British flag pops up? I've never seen that before. Huh. That's really weird. Alright, we're going to try and find a different lobby because that one's dead. Darth, I don't usually have all the cars for the dumb thing either, unfortunately. Don't feel bad because normally I do the first couple things on tournaments and then I'm out of cars. And it's like, well, I don't have the cars. That's just kind of the way things are in this game, unfortunately. You know what? One day I should bring this back out for nostalgia purposes. This car was a beast at live racing back in the day, mainly because it could beat the dyno time, though. I don't like racing dyno busters, but maybe one day I'll pull that out just for fun. Yeah, man, I've never seen the placeholder car. Ooh, there's a new supply cup. Wait, that's... I lost my train of thought. I've never seen the placeholder car. Oh crap, it's smelling. In a live race before. I've seen a glitch where they show up in your garage, but I've never seen them in a live race. That's crazy. 3, 2, 1, go. I wonder if that's a game glitch or some sort of a weird hack. Alright, we're gonna raise Melon. I would send that to game support and let them know what's going on. It's worth a shot, you know? Can't hurt. Yeah, I started the wild card. Hopefully it went through because I did start it. Bam. Bam. We'll find out. Check out my RP. We'll see if it's going or not. I'm not sure if you're asking for a certain reason or what, but I think I started it at like 7 after. I was a few minutes late. Oh yeah, we got it going. It's running. All right, Ryan says you click on the placeholder card. Do you have one in your garage? I haven't seen one of those show up in my garage in years. There used to be a glitch where those things would show up. I mean, the content recording account I have always has a placeholder car in there, but I haven't seen one on my personal account in years. Huh, that's weird. I guess that glitch is back. All right, Melon is sharing a crazy setup for the CC850. You can get that thing out of collections, and it is a beast of a live racing car. You only need to install a few parts, and it will rip everybody to pieces. Melon, thanks, buddy. Oh, I'm out of gas, aren't I? Make sure you guys... how do I get more gas? Oh, there we go. It wasn't working for a second. Melon, thank you for sharing that, my friend. I took a screenshot of that. Next week, I'll set my car up like that and we'll live race it. When it pops up in your live... Oh, I see what you're saying, Ryan. That's interesting. I wonder if that's probably got to be a modded account or something, I bet. I'm guessing. It's either a glitch or somebody hacking the game. I've never actually... I didn't really think you could drive those cars, but I guess somebody figured out a way to do it. I'm just going to guess that's a modded account. I really don't know, but... we're going to race the Iron Maiden. Let's go do it. I think that's the Iron Maiden, right? I can't tell. I think it is. 3, 2, 1, go. What? My launch didn't work. Son of a butt. How am I going to win when my car doesn't launch? Crap sandwiches. Giant turd tacos. Man. Donna sabotaged my car. Oh, that's not the Iron Maiden. Never mind. All right, here we go. Whoa, there's smoke coming off of my hood. Where? Do you guys see that? There is smoke coming off. Oh, that's coming off of his car. Never mind. All right. Stack says, thanks for the tune, Millen. Yeah, definitely. Here, let me pin that, actually. Where's the pin button? It's not working. I can't get it to work. There we go. Now that crazy Tuna's up there. Oh, he disconnected. There's Wish You the worst. Oh, what's he in? The Evja. The Evja. Evij. The thing. He's in the thing. That's probably the best way for me to say it. He's in the thing. Melon says the 1-to-1 is crap. Unfortunately, it's not the greatest. It's a beautiful car. It may look nice, but it's old, it's outdated, and it's not very good. I wish it were. 3, 2, 1, go. I really wish it were. Let's see what this runs. Ryan, you know what? Yeah, we do have a list somewhere that Melon made. Me and Melon made a list for collections, but I think there's been new stuff added to collections we haven't put on the list yet. I don't know if that list is still something I'm putting in my videos descriptions or not, but it might be. I think we do need to redo that. Oh yeah, that was in a video. I don't think I ever posted the list, did I? I don't know. My memory is terrible. Yeah, I think we went over the list on a video. I'm not sure if any of the... There's probably 1 or 2 cars that have been added recently that are still good, but bottom line is those cars and collections that we mentioned are all really, really, really good. Yeah, Melon helped me with that list. I would just type in Danny Lightning best collections cars. More than likely, it'll pop right up. That's probably an easy way to find it. Ryan got a Stage 6 engine for the Indy truck this morning from the bronze crates. Sweet. Oh, it's not the one you need? I mean, that's great and horrible at the same time then. It's hard to get good parts out of there, but, you know. It's hard to get the ones you want out of there. Dora says, I don't like the way they got gas. I always think I need gas. Yeah, I don't really like it either. I like the old way better where you can see the little gas pips. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, it's okay, but I don't like it. Ah, I think Melon found the video. Melon, thanks, buddy. He just posted a link there. Thank you, thank you. Boy, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, guys. Oh. We got a race. I'm always hungry, though. For some reason, I just want to eat all day long. Yesterday I cooked up a big batch of like vegetables, avocados, eggs, ground pork I think it was, and a few other things. Ate half of it yesterday and then I got the other half for today. I'm trying to, generally I only eat once or twice a day. I'm trying to kind of go longer and longer without eating. They actually claim if you can go for like several days, I don't know if this is true, but they claim if you go for several days without eating, your immune system kills off all the bad cells and starts remaking new ones. And sometimes it can help with like health problems and stuff, but I don't know how anybody can go for like 2, 3, 4 days without eating anything. That would be horrible. Ah, Guy, what's up, buddy? He just finished his dinner. But people say fasting is super good for you, especially if you got issues with your immune system. But I'm so dang hungry constantly. I mean, crap. I just want to eat all day. Alright, Melon said, there's a link. I will make a new one. I just want to eat 24/7. I love food, but I'm also trying to eat foods that don't really have carbs or sugar and no preservatives and junk like that. Like, I'm trying to eat like, stuff that doesn't have all the extra ingredients. So a lot of eggs, a lot of meat, a lot of vegetables. For the most part, stuff like that. What's up, Black Phantom? How you doing today, my friend? Alright, thank you for the swaps. Melon says, don't go for more than 48 hours. How could anybody go for even 48 hours? I mean, once or twice, I've made it 24 hours without eating, but that was torture. Darth drinks tea. What kind of tea? You know what? I usually buy Bigelow tea. If I buy tea, I get Bigelow. What's up, Miguel? How you doing today, my man? Hope you're doing awesome. Awesome to see ya. I'm not much of a tea person, but I do like green tea. It's supposed to be good for you. I don't drink it that often, though. I mean, I have some, so I should. Alright, Stax is in the sweet Evo 37. That's such a nice looking car. That is such a nice car. Alright, here we go. Bam. 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 Boom. Miguel, I'm doing pretty good. Awesome to see you. Hope all is going well. Yeah, I hope you guys all have an awesome holiday if I don't see you guys beforehand. That's if you do the holidays. Some people do, some people don't. We don't really do holidays here. Like, the family I have around here doesn't do holidays, so. All my family that does do holidays live in other states. Melon says, never said it's easy. I guess maybe if you get used to it, but man. Yeah, I see videos on YouTube, don't eat for 12 days and see what happens. I'm thinking, wouldn't you just die? Wouldn't you probably fall over and die? I think some people push that kind of stuff to an extreme. .007, guys. I got 12.007. Check that out. You James Bond fans would like that. I don't care about James Bond. I don't think I've ever really watched a James Bond movie. Maybe when I was a kid, my dad used to watch them, but I've never really been a huge movie person. I don't really watch too much TV or movies. I mean, normally if I have it on, it's just in the background to have some background noise. I do remember playing that James Bond Golden Gun game on, I don't know if it was on Super Nintendo or PlayStation or what it was, but that was a fun game. 007 Golden Gun or something like that. That was a really fun game. What's up, JP? What about James Booty? Whoa. I don't even want to know. I'm not going to ask. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. Hey, Bo, how you doing today? He says, my sister is not helping me and being mean. I'm sorry to hear that. That's definitely a bummer. Ah, JP is trashing on James Bond. Alright, I guess JP doesn't like James Bond. To each their own, you know. Some people like something, some people don't. I've just never really watched it, so I don't really know if I like James Bond or not. One thing I dislike, though, is there's like 50 different actors that play James Bond. I don't like that. They should have the same guy always play James Bond. I mean, I guess like for a remake like 20 years later, maybe I can see like them changing actors, but isn't there like 94 different people who have played James Bond over the years? Something like that. That car looks awesome. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright now, JP, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty. Hey, Bo, are you cleaning your room? Cleaning rooms is never fun. My room is always a mess. You guys probably can't tell too much seeing it on camera, but I've got crap everywhere, man. I got so much stuff jammed into this little room, like, you know, it's my bedroom as well, so when I need to use the bed, I take stuff off of the bed and move it over to the chair. When I need to use the chair, I move the stuff on the chair over to the bed. So I got to move stuff around depending on what I'm doing. Like I've just got so many things. Like one problem is I've got that little audio and tech channel, and companies send me free stuff constantly to review. I just have like, I've got microphones and just stuff piled up. I mean, the main reason I keep it, the reason I keep all of it is, you know, I can make videos later down the road with that stuff. So like I can compare microphones and compare this one to this one, and you know, it's good for future videos. So it allows me to keep making content when I keep that stuff. Let's just say companies stop sending me things for a while, and then I can use the stuff they've sent me to make even more videos. But I just have things everywhere. I'm definitely going to have to start getting rid of some of it pretty soon, I think, because, man, too many things. JP says, all right, I'll chill out. All right. All right. Ooh. I actually thought that little audio and tech channel would get more views than it does. I mean, it gets a lot of views overall, but some videos get 20 or 30 views. Some videos get 20 or 30 views. Some videos get 20,000 views. It's kind of weird. Certain ones hit, certain ones miss. I think it just hit 1 million views in total over the last, I don't know how many years I've been doing it, but it's amazing to find out which products are going to get views and which won't. I should probably start reviewing things other than microphones, because I think if I were reviewing things other than that, it would probably get more views. Like, I think my video with the highest views is for like a set of headphones or something. Maringo says, don't be a hoarder. In general, I agree with you, but when you use things for like business purposes, I guess you would say, it's not exactly hoarding. Maxthegamer, what's up, my man? How's your day going? Hope you're awesome. JP, no, he's just very nice is all. Stacks is just very nice, and it's super nice of him. Man, I'm hungry. One day he just started doing that, and I'm not going to complain. If he's got enough extra, because I'm going to tell you what, it goes so fast. It goes so fast when you spend. I mean, it's taken me years to save up the amount I have, so. For example, when Elite Tuners came out, I had spent something like I think over 100 million game cash. And then I had to restart over, basically. But when Elite Tuners came out, I had to upgrade so many cars in such a short period of time. Oh man, it was rough. It took almost everything I had. So basically, I save for things. Next time something like that happens, I'm going to have the game cache for that, but it takes a long time to save it up, so. Now, I'm not sure like how many hours a day Stacks plays, but back when I had more time to play, it was easier to save up. But these days, you know, I do my live streams. I don't know, right now I'm running 4 different YouTube channels. And I usually put over 100 hours into it, so 2 of them are gaming channels, so that means I got to keep up on this game, I got to keep up on the other game, and do everything else in between, so I don't have as much time to play as I used to. What's up, Philly? How you doing today? Alright, here we go. Stack says, morning, Max. Melon's really awesome CC850 setup for live racing is pinned at the top of the video, guys and y'alls. Pinned comment, I should say, not the top of the video. But he has pinned the comment. Alright, Guy says the good news is Rimac Navira R is sharing stage 6 parts with the regular Rimac. In case you guys don't know, Guy's got a cool YouTube channel as well for this game. Alright, uh-oh, we got Nabble. And that darn destroyer again. Alright, I'm not going to win this, am I? I'm going to try. Stacks, thank you so much for the swaps, buddy. I appreciate it, my man. Thank you, thank you. Alright, am I going to get destroyed here? Probably. This little car is really good, but that car he's driving, oh, he let me win. The car he's driving is redonkulous. He let me win. His car would probably whoop mine. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, that Audi is, if you know how to set up that Audi, it is a beast. It's a beast. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Kenny, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? I hope you're amazing. Thank you for being a channel member. Kenny, Darth, Black Phantom, all you guys that are channel members, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If there are any other channel members here that I missed, thank you as well. You guys are awesome. But I'm hungry. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Bam. 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 Bam! Bam. I don't know why I started saying bam all the time. People always ask me if I do it because of that cook or whatever, but no. I'm not really sure where that came from. I think it's just something I said one day out of the blue and stuck with it. I'm not into cooking shows. I used to have a job as a cook. Oh, there's the white. Hold on. Hold on. I want to race that guy and see what happens. I don't like cooking shows. I don't like TV. I've always made up my own recipes, though. I've never really... I used to sort of like cooking, but I would always make up my own stuff. My own crazy concoctions. Alright, my little car got him. Let's see, is this one of you guys? Let's find out. I'm gonna guess no because they're not challenging me back. Alright. Good race, good race. Clay. Clay. He says, hunger is a construct of the Matrix to make you believe. Believe what? Being hungry sucks. So do you believe we live in the Matrix? You know what? I just came up with a theory. There's all these people on the news, all these people on podcasts and the news talking about UFOs lately. And they say they've recovered non-human intelligence. They say they've covered biological bodies, biological entities or whatever. I got a weird theory on that. I might actually make a video about it. I got a theory on what they could actually be talking about that's making us think they're talking about aliens, but they might actually be talking about something very different. I feel like I feel like a lot of them are up there bullcrapping us about it, honestly. I got a theory on that. That they might be trying to mislead us. Uh-oh. I'm not going to race this guy because he's in a white Indy truck. He's betting me 200,000 and there's a pretty good chance that account is kind of funny. The Y-Files, yeah, sometimes. I watch him every once in a while. Hecklefish is kind of annoying, but that's a pretty good channel. A lot of people love that channel. I watch more like interview type of podcasts, like Sean Ryan or Joe Rogan. A couple of those other guys. Yeah, I mean, the Y-Files basically tells you a story and then tells you why it's not true at the end. It's pretty good. But a lot of the times I'll open YouTube and I'll put on a podcast in the background. Generally, I'm busy doing stuff, so I only really catch bits and pieces of it, but sometimes they do talk about some pretty interesting stuff. But I do like how the Y-Files tells you the story and then he tries to debunk it at the end. I think that's kind of cool. Black Phantom says, hey, all the members of the Helena Hitmen. Oh my gosh, Clay. There are no lizard people here. No lizard people allowed. We don't want lizard people. If they do exist, I hope I never run into any of them because that would be scary. All right. I've seen a lot of those videos where some celebrity turns into a lizard and gets like the eyes. Honestly, I think that's a camera sensor glitching out. Like there's an old video of Elvis turning into a reptilian. There's Miley Cyrus. I'm pretty sure those were just like camera glitches. The camera sensor glitched out, or somebody doctored the videos, I do believe. I don't think that's real. There's some crazy videos out there. There's some weird stuff. I don't believe it really happens. Some people believe it. I don't buy it at all. Proof or it didn't happen, that's what I say. All right, here we go. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Now, I did see a UFO in person, up close. Very, very close. What was driving it? Could have been humans. I mean, it might have just been some crazy experimental aircraft, right? Could have been people in there. Just because you see something weird doesn't necessarily mean it's an alien. But I think our government has technology way better than anything we can ever imagine. They just hide it from us, but I think crazy technology we don't know about is out there. And I think a lot of the times when people see UFOs and stuff, they're just seeing the government testing new technology. Crystal, I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing pretty good, thank you, thank you. All right. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, what the heck happened? Wait a second. You went from a red Audi to a green Audi? What's going on here? I guess he likes his Audis. Is the guy still inside my car? I don't know. I don't remember what car that was. Probably not. I doubt he's still in there, but... Yeah, that was funny. I opened the car door and there was a guy sitting in it. I haven't been back to look. It was only in that one car. I'm sure that was like a temporary glitch. The only time you should see that guy in your car is when it's on the racetrack. Like right now, there should be a guy in the car, but not in your garage. Alright, I think we should be in the 12.0 lobby right now. Or 12.0 or possibly 12.2. But I think 12.0. Hey Timothy, how you doing today, my friend? Awesome to see ya. I just noticed your comment there. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm not good at reading these things. However, my bladder is yelling at me, so I'm gonna hit the be right back button. I'm gonna go pee. Sorry about that, guys and gals. Again, as always, too much darn coffee in the morning. Way too much coffee. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I am back, everybody. We have returned. All right. I like this headset. It's got a little boom microphone. It's only on one ear, like it's a one-eared headset. I like this thing. That's not the microphone I'm using for the live stream, but I've always wondered how it would actually sound on the live stream. One day I should hook this thing up to my computer and try it out. But it's Bluetooth. I think it's made by like Yinglink or something, but the microphone sounds really good for like general calls and stuff. All right. Oh, check it out. He challenged me back. All right, here we go. But generally the thing is, I've got the autoimmune disease and I can't be on my feet too long, and I can't even sit in a chair very long, so I lay down a lot. And my right ear is usually, I can't even lay flat on my back or my body goes into spasm. So I'm kind of like halfway on my side. So my right ear is usually against the pillow, so I can't wear like normal headphones. So I found these deals with one ear, so they're great for talking to people. I still haven't done a review on these on my audio and tech channel, which I need to do because these things are killer for what they are. I mean, they're not really made for like gaming or listening to music, but they're just really nice for chatting with people. Timothy says, I'm old and I take bathroom breaks regularly too. Yeah, you know, I think when you're younger, you don't have to pee as much when you're older. Yeah, it's basically the kind of headset you would use in the call center. That's pretty much what it is, actually. I think it's made by like Yingling or something like that. Yealink. Yealink. I actually like it a lot, though. A lot of headsets and stuff people send them for me for free to review, but I purchased this one because I really wanted one that was just a single ear. Nobody's ever sent me a single ear headset before, so I picked it up. It was pretty awesome. At least in my opinion. Dead end fast swaps. Alright, here we go. He's in the Bugatti with the orangey. The orangey. Don't ask. That was lame. The orangey. I could have come up with something much better than that. But I didn't. But I did not. Alright. What lobby? Should be the 12.0 lobby. Alright. Tim's in the Matrix again. Uh-oh. What's up, MJ? How you doing today, my friend? You just came back to the game? Well, welcome back. I mean, if you want tips, truth is, I got videos that cover pretty much anything in the game. I mean, some stuff, hold on. Whose turn is it to win? It must have been, I don't know. Hold on a second. I'm discombobulated now. Alright, so you're stuck on KJ's challenge. What car are you trying to use? KJ, I'm trying to remember what KJ's car is. I'm having a brain fart over here. Air fryer toast? No, I can't eat bread. I basically got a wheat allergy, I guess you would say. I like air fryers, but KJ. Are you trying to win the Tier 1 Toyota 86? I think there's 2 different times where you race KJ, if I remember correctly. Oh, you're on tier 4. Alright, so bottom line is... Alright, put it this way. Tempest is hard. Tempest tier 4 is hard. So number 1 is you have to have enough parts on your car. But you got to have one car that'll do over 260 miles per hour. The Lexus will easily do that with enough parts. You got to have another car that does 0 to 60 in about 1.37. And you often might have to retune the car. Now, if you're trying to use the Subaru, that car pretty much needs to be maxed. And it's really hard to hit the 1.37 with the Subaru, but it can do it. But you pretty much need to have that Subaru max to hit that 1.37 second 0 to 60. It is not easy, I tell you. But having enough parts on the car, tuning it properly for the type of race, and then shifting it properly. I mean, those are really the 3 things that will make you or break you. Now, the Lexus can easily hit the top speed. The Subaru can do everything if you max it out. The Lexus cannot hit the 0 to 60 time required. So I don't know if you need more parts or if you need to tune the car differently or what, but hopefully that's kind of helpful, at least somewhat. The Subaru can barely do the 0 to 60 time, but it can do it. But you do have to tune it for that. I think on the video I made on how to drive the Subaru, I went over how I set it up and tuned it for Tempest. I think. I know I at least tested it. I can't remember if I showed the tune, but I might have. I might have showed the tune and setup. But the Lexus is great until you hit that 0 to 60 race. But generally, moving your transmission slider to the right gives you faster acceleration. But you just got to find the right balance of acceleration and top speed on the slider. I do have a video that goes further into details on tuning for speed traps and one for sprint races as well. What car am I going to use for the Blue Showdown? Ooh, probably the good car. The Solus. I'm going to use me a Solus. I'm working on upgrading that now. I think I had it up to stage 4 parts. I think I just upgraded it to stage 5. Now I need to, hopefully I've got a decent amount of stage 6 parts for it. I don't know if I do or not, so... I hope I do. If not, then I just do my best with what I got, you know? But I'm just hoping I'll have enough parts to make it fast enough to win the prize car. As of right now, I don't have access to those cars, so I'm waiting for the content account. I think Nitro said he was going to update it this weekend. So once that gets updated, then I can make I can figure out how to drive those cars, get some videos out there. Hopefully it gets updated like today or tomorrow or something. Oh no. Alright. He's in a Shaq's car and he bet me $1,000. Why? All right. What's up, Crazy? How you doing today? Hope you're doing awesome. Greeny says, what event you in? Live racing. We are live racing in probably the 12.0 lobby. Nope, he disconnected. Billy Bob. There's Billy Bob right there. I don't know if you're, Stacks, if you're still racing, you can always send me another invite. I don't know if you're in there to race or if you're just still chilling out of gas or what, but... Oh, hey, Billy Bob's in our... Billy Bob's one of ours, I guess. Check it out. Oh, it's an Audi. Here we go, Billy Bob. It looks like our T isn't showing up properly. All right, here we go. And Billy Bob got me. Crazy, glad you're doing good. All right, Stack says, who's ready for the upcoming Frankenstein event? I hope that car is going to be good. I mean, it looks pretty crazy. It looks awesome. I just don't know if it's going to have a live racing setup or not. But it looks like a pretty cool car overall so far. Crystal says, not to me. Oh, Dark Knight says he thinks you might need to use a shift spin to get a car. That would be subpar, in my opinion. I hope that's not correct. I really hope that's not. I hope you're wrong about that. I really hope you're wrong about that. Oh, man. We'll find out, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen them do that before. If that's the case, I hope nobody gets it. That doesn't seem like a ideal way to have to get a car for an event. I don't like that idea. That would probably be a very expensive car. Like super expensive. Alright, good swaps, good swaps. We got about 20 more minutes left on the stream, everybody. Habibi. We're racing Habibi. Uh-oh. Habibi took off. Bloop. 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 Oh, we got him. Yeah, in Darker Knight, somebody once told me it would take something like 15,000 gold or 30,000 gold to get something out of the shift spin. That's if you had to do every single one. That's crazy. Is the Christmas event worth doing? I mean, sort of. I would say only if you've already got only if you've already got all the cars and got them upgraded. I mean, the prize car is okay. I posted a video about it this morning that goes over it, but I'm not really too interested in it, honestly. Stack says all the cars max except for the Rimic. You can't complain about that, actually. Since the Rimic's brand new, I guess you can't really expect to have that one, but I hope it's going to be a really good car. I know a lot of people like the old one. Oh, wait. Black Phantom, am I racing you? I wasn't paying attention. I think I've got most of the cars for the Christmas event. I'm just not sure if I've got them upgraded. All right. I am definitely hungry, though. Like, super hungry. I mean, the Fenrir is not a wonderful car, unfortunately. Those cars look sweet, but just so you know, they're not good cars in general. I mean, it's one of those cars you might upgrade it for an event or something, but you're probably not going to be using it daily for anything, you know? MR Gaming, how you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for watching my videos, everybody. And my crazy live streams. Alright, I forget whose turn it is to win. I'm going to go ahead and slow down. I don't know why, but usually around this time, I really have a hard time of figuring out who's... I think it's because I'm hungry and I can't concentrate. I'm always hungry. Always so hungry. Ah, nice. Stax says he's already got a bunch of the stage 6 parts because it shares it with the regular Navira. Yeah, you can't complain about that. Melon says it's crop. If it's not Scottish, it's crop. You guys remember that from a Saturday Night Live? If it's not Scottish, it's crop. I used to love that guy. I think they called him the Scotsman. I don't remember anything about it other than he would say that. The Scotsman. But yeah, I don't remember any of the skits. I just remember he would say that all the time. You know what gets me is there used to be a TV show on MTV called The State. Nobody remembers that but me. Nobody seems to remember the show called The State. It was like a sketch comedy on MTV, I think, called The State. Does anybody else remember that? I don't understand how I seem to be the only person that remembers this show. Joanne says, beam me up, Scotty. I can't hold it any longer. Ah, yeah, Crystal said, I'll finally be able to get fusions for my DeVille. That's actually awesome. That is a cool car. I like the DeVille a lot. The DeVille is amazing. Alright. I don't think I do a very good Scottish accent, do I? I'm related to a king of Scotland, but I can't do a Scottish accent. That's sad. Yeah, the DeVille 16, that's an awesome car. All right. Tim says Scots hate being called Irish. I don't know. I've never been to Scotland or Ireland. I don't think, you know what? I don't think I have ever met a real Scottish person before. I've met a few Irish people, but I don't think I've ever met like a true blown Scottish person ever. Maybe, but I can remember one guy who might have been. I do think maybe once I ran into a Scottish guy. He looked Scottish. I don't know if he was or not. He didn't really have the accent, but he sure looked it. As far as I know, I'm English, Irish, Scottish, German, Polish. I don't know. Those are the ones I know of offhand. English, Irish, Scottish, German, Polish. I do know that. Joanne was watching Peaky Blinders. You know what? I'm trying to remember if I ever finished that show. Is that still on? Are they still making new episodes of that? If I remember correctly, I finished the whole thing, but I have such a bad memory. That was on Netflix, right? I think I used to have Next. Man, that was a cool show, though. I liked it. If you ever see me wear that like flat cap, it's called the Peaky. That's the model of that cap. It's the Peaky. It's supposed to be like a non-floppy version of those hats they wore on Peaky Blinders. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw the end of it. If I remember correctly, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But if I remember correctly, like the last episode, things went wrong. Bohemian. I don't even know what Bohemian is, honestly. Other than a song by Queen. So if you're Bohemian, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever met anybody who was Bohemian. At least full blown. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro. Galileo, Galileo. Yep. Queen. Oh man, when I was a little kid, I remember we had some, I don't know, Queen cassette tapes. We always wondered why they were named Queen, you know? We always thought that was really weird. Like, why do these guys name themselves Queen? We could never figure out as little kids. But eventually we found out. Eventually we figured it out. All right. Definitely a good musician. They were a good band. Sounds like they led a very crazy lifestyle, though. Good band, crazy people. Joanne says, dinner time here. Thanks for the... Didn't you just eat or something? Anyways. I was going to say something and I lost my train of thought. Joanne, have a great day, buddy. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I always wanted to be a famous musician, but I never was. I was in a band that almost got signed, but it fell through. I really shouldn't say almost, but I know a couple of famous people personally who are in famous bands, and they were trying to get their agent to check our stuff out. So I guess that's not being almost signed, but the guy we had, the band ended up breaking up right around that time because somebody in the band was a real douche flute. Somebody was being a real douche flute in the band. They wanted to take control of everything, and, well, you know. So the band broke up, and we lost our chance to become famous. I think we had an actual shot at it, though, if that guy wouldn't have been a turd. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, we might get signed? He's like, I gotta be the guy in charge of everything now. And unfortunately, he ruined it for everybody else. Honestly, we should have just kicked him out and got somebody else because, I don't know. He wrote a lot of the songs, though. That was the thing. He wrote most of the songs for the band. But he was being a real turd. Yeah, that band was amazing. Like, I was actually amazed when they asked me to join them. I was the bass player. Like, I don't play bass. They needed a bass player, so I was like, well, I guess I'll go buy a bass. I mean, that band was awesome. That was such a good band. They should have got signed. But, you know, I used to play guitar or sing in bands, and I did not like playing bass. It's kind of weird. Going from a guitar to a bass, you think would be, like, super simple. I mean, it is, but it's different. You gotta, like, get used to it. Playing bass is a lot more simple because you're doing single strings most of the time and not really chords. You would think it would be way easier, but it's different. Like, it's definitely different. It took quite a bit of getting used to. But I didn't actually like playing the bass. I love the way the bass sounds. I don't know. It's not as fun to play. For me, some people love it. Everybody's different, though. Tim says, writers are tough to deal with, but necessary. Pretty much. I mean, most of the bands I've been in, I guess, I don't really know how they wrote most of the songs. The majority of the bands I played in, I was the singer. I don't think I was ever actually a guitar player in a band. I sung in a couple, I played bass. I'm trying to remember, I used to always try to start my own band, but I would always find somebody. There's Dave. I would always find somebody who played bass, but we could never find a freaking drummer when I tried to start my own. We always had a heck of a time finding anybody who played drums. Nowadays it'd be easy, you know, you got Facebook and Craigslist and stuff. Back then though, that stuff wasn't really a thing. It might have been. Maybe I just didn't know about it back then, but... Tim says, I play and the strings are huge. I agree with you. Yeah, you know, bass is very different. Every band, I think the bass player in most bands are the guy that's kind of like nobody cares about. But the thing is, every band needs a bass player. I shouldn't say nobody cares about, but they're like, I think people like underrate bass players though. How many bass players become famous? Not very many. Flea is a famous bass player. Who else? Generally, guitar players become famous and singers become famous, but you hardly ever see a famous bass guitarist. And I think that sucks. Uh-oh, we disconnected. I can't think of anybody else. The guy from Primus, Les Claypool, but he was also a singer. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a few more famous bass players out there, but generally it doesn't happen. If you really think about it. I remember Sugar. Oh, Sugar from that rockabilly band. She was so nice. What band was that? I used to know a girl that played in a rockabilly band, and she had one of those, like a big full-size upright bass. She was awesome. She was awesome at that thing. Nikki Sixx and Gene Simmons. Alright, so Gene Simmons was also known for singing, right? Nikki Sixx. Was he also a singer? I know who both of them are. Nikki Sixx. I'm trying to remember what he did in the band. I know the name, I know the band, but I don't remember. Mick Fleetwood. I'm not familiar with who that is. Is that from Fleetwood Mac? Tim says, I mostly play guitar and rhythm and lead mostly. You know what sucks is with my autoimmune disease, I can't really play my guitar anymore. It sucks. Like my hands don't move well, and just like the weight of the guitar strap, like on my muscles there, like, ugh. After about 10 minutes, I'm in so much pain from that dang guitar. It sucks having muscle and nerve problems, but I can still play my acoustic a little bit because it's not too heavy, but my hands don't work very well anymore, so I can play basic chords, and I suck at it nowadays. It's a bummer. How many bass players are famous that aren't also singers though? Just play the bass and don't do anything else in the band. Nikki Sixx. Nikki Sixx was from what? Motley Crue? I think. Poison, Motley Crue, one of those hair metal bands. Nikki Sixx. I'm trying to remember who they were from. I know the band very well, but I like hair metal. I like everything, man. I like bluegrass, I like country, I like punk rock, I don't like Nickelback, I don't like radio rock, but I like real rock and roll, like the Super Suckers and the Backyard Babies and stuff like that. I don't like new country. I like country from like the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 50s, the 40s, but I don't like the new stuff at all. Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. I'm not familiar with Steve Harris, but I do know Iron Maiden. A little bit. I was never really a metal person. I was more of a punk. I was more into like punk rock and grunge when I was growing up. Never really got too much into metal. There are some metal bands I like, but I've never really listened to Iron Maiden too much, actually. Hey, Green Viper. How's it going? All right. You know what? I'm out of gas and our stream time is pretty much up. So if you guys got like any last minute comments, concerns, questions, or anything like that, I guess now is time to say them. Now it's time to make funny faces. It's funny face time. But yeah, if you got anything to say it now or forever hold your peace, whatever that means. Stacks, yeah, thanks for coming out, buddy. Thank you for the swaps and all the game cash and stuff. Timothy says, Prince played everything. You know, they say Prince heard the music in his head. Like, he would see the music notes. He was just one of those crazy music people. But yeah, I mean, it would just come together in his head. He would write whole orchestras, and that would be insane to have stuff like that happen. That would be pretty neat, honestly. Oh, man. Ronnie G says, The Dirt is a wild movie. I don't think I've ever heard of a movie called The Dirt. Is that a horror movie? It sounds like it would either be a horror movie or a movie about somebody riding a dirt bike. I'm just taking a guess here. Timothy, thanks for coming out, my friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys and girls watching the videos and streams and stuff. Alright, Tim likes Weird Al. Eat it, then shove it in your face and feed it. Tell him what's funky, show him what's right. Singing hurts my throat. That's another problem with the autoimmune disease, that I can't sing anymore because even talking for 2 hours, I get a sore throat. My voice is all hoarse, so. I used to be a pretty decent singer. Now I suck at it. Now I suck at singing. It's terrible. I used to be able to do a pretty good Skid Row I Remember You cover. I used to be able to really imitate Axl Rose and sound almost just like him. Now it's just a throat killer. I can't hit high notes though. Like I Remember You, I always had the drop down an octave instead of up on the high notes because me trying to sing the high notes was terrible. Terrible. It sound like that. I just can't hit the high notes. Darker Knight says, a collections car which everybody can buy. Darker Knight, what are you referring to, bud? Melon's CC850 crazy live racing setup is pinned up there on the comments if anybody hasn't seen it yet. CC850 is awesome live racing car from Collections. Crystal X like Smooth Criminal. Yep. Michael Jackson wrote some pretty good songs. Alrighty. One thing I never learned to do is beatbox. Oh, man. Alright, guys and girls, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any suggestions for Melon on the next collections car to get a live racing setup on, let Melon know what you're interested in. So if there's a collections car, now remember, not all cars do have good live racing setups. So not every car in collections is going to have a good live racing setup. Some will, some won't. That's the thing. You gotta pick one that does have a good live racing setup, because if it doesn't, you can't polish a turd, right? You cannot polish a turd. Cesar Gomez, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you coming out, my friend. Crystal, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Yep. Turds will never be shiny. Unless you chrome plate them, I guess. But that would be weird. That would be really weird. Hopefully nobody owns a chrome plated turd. But I almost guarantee you somebody somewhere has one. That's scary, I thought. But I bet they do. I bet somebody somewhere definitely has one. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. Melon, I guess nobody has any ideas at the moment. I can't think of anything offhand. Maybe that Toyota. No, that Porsche, the electric Porsche in there, that's pretty good. Maybe that would be a good one, maybe. That's a cool car. I can't remember the name of it. That really nice electric Porsche that's in there that's hard to drive. That thing, maybe. All right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your week. You guys and girls are amazing. Thank you for coming out, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye. All right, it's breakfast time. I am hungry.